Hello, folks. Good to see you again. My name is Omer Ahern Jr., and I am the Grafton County Commissioner from District 3, which includes the towns from Rumney and Dorchester and Groton, Plymouth, Hebron, Holderness, and Bristol, Alexandria, Bridgewater. And so there's about 15 towns in District 3, the southeastern part of Grafton County. And I serve as your county commissioner. And this is my periodic report to you folks. I'm able to do this due to the courtesy and generosity of the folks at Pemmy Baker TV, PBTV, and they allow me to come in about every 2 weeks or so to make this periodic report to keep the people in Grafton County appraised of what's going on in Grafton County government. And I try to report what's going on. I am one of 3 county commissioners. We are elected every 2 years by the people from our district. I serve with 2 other county commissioners from County Commissioner District 1, which includes the city of Lebanon and the towns of Hanover and Enfield, is Commissioner Wendy Piper of Enfield. She is the clerk of the Board of Commissioners. And we also serve with the commissioner from District 2, which includes the towns of Northern and Western Grafton County, and that is Commissioner Linda Lauer. She is the chairperson of the Grafton County Board of Commissioners. And the 3 of us are responsible by state law, state statute, for the operation of a county nursing home, long-term care, and we're also responsible for the operation and management of a House of Correction, Department of Corrections, which includes the House of Correction, which is where inmates are sentenced for a year and a day or less, and it also houses the county jail, where people are held pending trial if they cannot post bail through the judicial system. And then the third part of the Grafton County operation, which historically had always been a part of all the counties here in New Hampshire, the 10 counties here in New Hampshire, Grafton County also has a very successful farm, dairy farm, our dairy cow, our dairy herd has won 3 national awards this past year. We're very proud of our herdsman, Ben White, who has done a tremendous job with our Holstein dairy herd over the last 8 years. And so we also have a vegetable operation up there, and we have pigs and we have chickens. And so we feed quite a bit of produce and quite a bit of eggs into the House of Correction. And we also feed a certain amount of vegetables into the nursing home. However, because of rules and regulations, we cannot bring the raw eggs into the nursing home. The commissioners meet every week, pretty much every week, and the beginning of the year, January through June, we meet a couple of times a week when we're working on the county budget. The fiscal year of the county runs from July 1st to the following June 30th. So we're in the fiscal year 2019 right now. But the county commissioners meet at least once a week on Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock at the county complex up at 3855 Dartmouth College Highway in North Haverhill. And the last time the commissioners met was last Tuesday, October 16th. And we met with the Human Services Administrator, Nancy Bishop. She is a one-person department at Grafton County. And Nancy Bishop does a tremendous job for the people of Grafton County. As the Human Services, she monitors the Medicaid and Medicare payments and reimbursements to the county from the state of New Hampshire. And she monitors the reimbursements from the towns in Grafton County for the services that are provided by Grafton County. One of the things to remember about county government in New Hampshire is many times we are the last opportunity, the last chance to provide for people in our county who are down and out, have troubles, and just cannot make it in their communities or their families. Historically, that's what the counties have been doing since the 1870s, after the town poorhouses, town poor farms went out. So, which is one of the reasons why we also have the county farm. That used to provide places where folks that were down and out but needed a place to stay could work and maintain their integrity, maintain their self-esteem, and got some medical care through the nursing home, and they were also able to be fed and housed at the county home. So we're dealing with human services issues. We also then, special day on October 16th, that was the Pumpkin Day. So the county farm hosted several classes from the schools in Woodsville. And the young people and their teachers and even the principal of the Woodsville Elementary School came to our farm and went down into the meadow where the pumpkin fields are, right on the Connecticut River there in North Haverhill. And the kids got to pick out any pumpkin that they wanted in the field, any pumpkin. Some of the youngsters were a little optimistic in the size of the pumpkins that they chose, and a couple of us commissioners ended up carrying the pumpkins out of the field for these young people. But it's a good opportunity to showcase the fantastic farm operation that we have up there in North Haverhill. We have some of the best farmland, I feel, in New Hampshire and Vermont, right there in North Haverhill on the Connecticut River. So that was a special day. Then we also entertained Ahern Cotton, who was a representative of Representative Congressional Congresswoman Annie Custer's office. And we had a discussion with Ms. Cotton, who actually lives here in Plymouth, New Hampshire, and our nursing home administrator, Craig Labor, about the issues that are being created for the county homes in New Hampshire because of all the rules and regulations that are being constantly implemented and foisted upon the counties by the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services, also known as CMS. And these rules and regulations, 874 pages in the last year of new additional rules and regulations that basically require more staffing to do all of this paperwork and all of this reporting. And as the administrator of the nursing home said, he said, it takes away from the one-on-one care for the residents in the nursing home. So we explained what our concerns were, and there needs to be a reduction. We need to get rid of a lot of these redundant rules and regulations, things that we've been doing at Grafton County for years, but now require record keeping, data keeping, and it's just too bad to see all of this, what I consider waste that's being required of us by the federal government. And so we brought these concerns to the attention of Representative Annie Custer through her representative, Ahern Cotton. Health issues, healthcare issues, correctional issues, these are the issues that are driving us in Grafton County right now. Our nursing home bed count, we have a 135 bed nursing home, and we probably average about 127 to 128 residents in the nursing home at one time. There's a little bit of a lag because of when a bed becomes available, we have to make sure we have the right resident coming in for that bed in that room. We don't have all that many. I don't think we have much more than 2 or 3 single rooms in the entire nursing home. So most of the rooms are 2-person rooms, and we've got to make sure that we have a right fit for the residents that are going to be in that room. You know, usually unrelated, and they don't know each other, so we want to make sure we have a good fit. But one of the issues that we're going to be seeing is the baby boomer generation. Right now, we don't have any baby boomers as residents of our nursing home. And when the baby boomer generation starts needing this long-term nursing care in a nursing home setting, we're just not going to have the beds to meet that need. And it's going to come very quickly, if not in the next 5 years, then definitely in the next 10 years. And this is something that we're going to have to face the facts on and deal with. And the members of the county delegation, which hold the purse strings, they're the ones that approve the county budget each year. The county delegation are those folks that serve as your state representatives down in Concord. So they do have an impact on the county operations because they approve the budget or disapprove the budget or add to the budget or take away from the budget that the commissioners propose each year in early June. So the nursing home, that's a real issue that's going to be facing us. An issue right now that is facing us is the opioid epidemic. Most all of the inmates in our Department of Corrections, and we have a 150-bed correctional facility up there in North Haverhill, and most every one of those inmates, whether it's a male inmate or a female inmate, are in there directly or indirectly because of the opioid crisis. They may be stealing, they may be burglarizing houses, and to get money to buy their illegal drugs, or they're doing things under the influence. So the court system, Superior Court system, our circuit courts are dealing with them. We have the alternative sentencing program up there, which talks about dealing with not only the mental health issues and veterans issues, but trying to help these young people that are having problems with substance abuse. So that includes not only the drugs, but the alcohol, and try to help them turn their lives around through these different programs that we have through the alternative sentencing program. And right now we are in the process of hiring a new alternative sentencing director. We will be starting the interviews tomorrow. One of the other programs that we do have in the correctional facility to help deal with the opioid crisis is the FIRM program, FIRRM. And that is a program that has counselors and therapists working with the inmates in the House of Correction who are in there because of substance abuse issues, and we're trying to work with them. And this is another area where the farm is very important. The inmates from the House of Correction, they work on the farm. We have at least 2 dedicated inmates from the House of Correction, or inmates that are dedicated to just working in the dairy operation. And they not only clean out the gutters, but they're also involved in the actual milking of the cows. And about 5 months ago, there was a little video that was put out by the Valley News newspaper out of Lebanon that talked about one of the inmates who kind of turned his life around from having a substance abuse problem, working in the dairy operation, working at the dairy farm. And this video showcases how he turned his life around, and you hear what he has to say about how the farm and working with the dairy cows and working with Ben White and Donnie Kimball, the farm manager, helped to turn his life around. So this is why I think the farm is an integral part of what Grafton County is all about. My feeling, though, is that the farm is not being utilized. The resources that we have up there in Grafton County, the land issues, the land resources that we have up there are not being fully taken advantage of in order to bring in more income for Grafton County. And bringing in more income will mean less of a tax burden. And I also work on trying to find ways to save money, have less spending. And one of the things that the Grafton County Commissioners also are involved in are securing grants for some of the various nonprofit organizations here in Grafton County. And just last Friday, they had the ribbon cutting ceremony for Friendship House up in Bethlehem, New Hampshire. And Friendship House is a substance abuse facility, brand new facility that was built with a consortium of different organizations here in Grafton County. And that facility came on board about a month and a half ago, but they had the ribbon cutting ceremony on Friday. My only concern with that operation was in building the new facility and moving the residents from the old Friendship House into the new one. They ripped down the old building that had been housing all of these folks for the last 20 or 25 years. Yes, they needed a new facility, but one of the other issues that we have here in Grafton County that needs to be dealt with is the homelessness issue that we have here in Grafton County. We have a lot of people that are living outdoors. I had an opportunity to talk with a lady here the other day, and it was the morning after we had a very cold night. And she was relating to me that she did not have a place to stay and that she had to stay in a little pup tent outdoors. And when we're ripping down buildings with county supervised money, when there are so many people out there still that are homeless, yes, we have the Bridge House here in Plymouth. Yes, we have other facilities, but those facilities are not meeting the needs. And when the commissioners ripped down the old House of Correction facility 8 years ago, that created a real problem because 4/5 of that old correctional facility was built in the 1980s, 1984 and 1985. And that structure, that building, that facility could have provided much needed shelter for the homeless people here in Grafton County. So there's just a lot of things that Grafton County can do with proper management, proper oversight by the county commissioners, and that's what I try to do. Part of my job as a county commissioner is to be a good steward of the tax dollars of the people that live here and pay taxes in Grafton County. I ask you if you have any questions or concerns about what's going on at Grafton County. Again, we have many departments there. We have a 25-acre complex up there that includes the county courthouse, the county Department of Corrections, again, the House of Correction and the jail. We have the farm buildings. We have the nursing home buildings. We have the administration buildings up there. We have a maintenance building, and we have the farm stand across the road where we sell produce that is grown on the farm, not in competition. We try not to be in competition with the local farmers. And anyway, if you have any questions about what's going on at Grafton County, please do not hesitate to contact me, Omer Ahern Jr., at my email address, omer.ahern.jr@gmail.com. My phone number is 764-6024. And again, I want to thank the folks here at the PBTV for hosting this informational program that I try to give to the residents of and the taxpayers and citizens of Grafton County. And thank you for listening. God bless the great state of New Hampshire, and God bless America. Thank you.